Hey, what's up guys, it's Spectrum, back with a brand new video review, and this time we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series, The Rise of Skywalker Supreme Leader, Kylo Ren. So, let's get right into it. We got Kylo Ren right here on the packaging, looking pretty cool. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, warning, legalese and stuff like that, 4+. Hasbro right there, got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren right there, then Kylo Ren in the background. On this side, you have number 90, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren once again, and then some numbering and stuff like that. There's a read up on the back if you want to read that. Go ahead and pause it now. Got a that same photo of Kylo Ren right there. Got the legalese down here, legalese on the bottom. Not much else at the top. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how supreme he actually is. Here we have him up and out of his packaging, and he's looking pretty okay over here. Not my favorite figure, I'm going to be honest, just right off the bat. So let's go ahead and take a look at him. First off, I want to give points to the head sculpt, though. Just get that focus, please. I like this a lot. That looks a lot like Kylo Ren in The Rise of Skywalker, in my personal opinion. Yeah, you know, just I like the red cracks going through the helmet and stuff like that from where he bashed it into that wall. And the last Jedi, excuse me. You know, looking at the chest and stuff like that, I like the texture detailing, I really do. But like this glossy sheen that it has is just not accurate at all to me. I much prefer the cloth version of Kylo Ren from I believe it was either the Force Awakens or the Last Jedi. You know, so instead of this rubbery material, like it would be fine if it was all matted out like this portion is, but this portion is glossy, this portion is matted out. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. And then you have his pants, which are really glossy too. I don't like that either. You know, and then I understand his boots being glossy because they're like leather and stuff like that. You know, like that makes sense to be glossy in my personal opinion. But everything else, and like I think the backs of the arms suffer a little bit too. They're more matted out than anything else though. But it also does have some glossy sheen on some portions, like right here. You can see that the difference right there is just, you know, night and day. It's like someone dropped their glossy, finish on the figure and they just sent it out like that. I don't like that at all. But, I mean, proportion-wise, he's looking pretty okay, too. The legs might be a bit thin, just might be how the figure's designed in terms of articulation and stuff like that, or his pants are cut and stuff, but, I don't know, like, he just looks pretty thin overall. Alright, let's go ahead and get into, oh, you know what time it is? Size comparison times commence. Here he is next to the, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Star-Lord, and since I don't have any other, Star Wars figures, I feel like this is, all I'm gonna do for size comparison, so, there you go. Alrighty then, it's time to go over accessories here, so let's get started. We will take a closer look at his lightsaber first, because I do like this thing a lot. That's actually one of my favorite things about the entire figure. And I like how straight it is. I know a lot of them are bent. Mine is slightly bent, probably. But overall, you know, I feel like I got a really good copy of this figure, especially with the lightsaber and stuff. The figure itself, aesthetically, is super disappointing, but this is just beautiful in my personal opinion. Then you have the hilt here, which is nicely painted. You just have that red line going down the middle, just like so, and then nothing else really going on. And then you can just go ahead and peg this into his belt right here. So let's go ahead and do that. And that fits in there, hopefully pretty nicely. I haven't actually tried it yet. Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty okay. I do like that. And then you can fit the actual deployed lightsaber in there as well. Just like that. And it seems to be a little loose for the peg, but that's okay. Then of course you can slide either one of these hilts into his hand just like so, and that looks really cool. I do like that a lot. There are things about the figure that I like, but at the same time I don't really like him as a figure. You know, then you got that going on. Let's go ahead and get his cape on here. You just slide it over the figure just like so. Then you can have his you know, his downed hood, or his you know, his hood pulled up. But in terms of lining it up, it's pretty hard. You got pegs and you got holes in the hood that you just line up just like this. It can be pretty tricky sometimes. I don't know why that's not going in there. It's really pissing me off. Alright, there we go. And it looks just like that, which that looks pretty okay. I feel like it's a little gappy in here. But, you know, overall, that looks pretty cool. You know, just take that in for yourself. And then, of course, you have the holes in this one as well. Then you just plug it right onto there, just like that. And then, it, you know, it aligns pretty well with the back of the cape here. You know, so that's pretty nifty. And, yeah, that's about it for accessories. So, articulation times, head to toe. Here we go. From the head down. Alright, he can look up. Okay, so you got to kind of push it back like that. He can look up like that. He can look down like that. Then he has a huge ball joint in there. So, you know, he has some wobblage and stuff like that. He has full 360 rotation. His shoulders can do a full 360. They can go out that far. They can go in this far. Upper elbow rotation. Elbows bend in that far. The single jointed elbow, which that's not too bad. I do like that. Wrists swivel and hinge like this, but my hinges don't like to work very well for some reason. There we go. You got a little bit of movement in there. Not very much though. You have a ball joint in the diaphragm. You can crunch forward that far. You can crunch back that far. Crunch to the side just like that, and you can rotate as well. Legs can kick forward that far, but only one of them can go that far. The other one just sort of suffers a little bit. Compare them right there. As you can see, this one goes up higher. You can get back that far. Upper thigh cut. Double jointed knees, but I feel like these knees are super duper ugly. I don't like how they're designed at all. I know that a lot of Marvel Legends are the exact same way, but I feel like this is just way too deep of a cut for articulation. Like, I would have preferred a single jointed knee that rotates, probably. Feet move down, up, and he has ankle pivot as well. Final thoughts, comments, and concerns about this figure. Final thoughts, I do not like this figure. I really want to, because Kylo Ren is probably my favorite Star Wars character, and then it goes to Vader, and then probably Han Solo, and then probably Luke, but that doesn't matter. This is not a good representation of Kylo Ren, in my personal opinion. I feel like his head is too big. I feel like the glossiness shouldn't even be there, except for the boots maybe. Like, I get that you can fix out with some gloss, some matte paint, or matte spray and stuff like that, but it's just frustrating to see this $120 figure when they can make stuff like this. Hasbro, literally the same company. This is magnificent, and this is just bleh to me. Like, I just don't like this figure. He's not the absolute worst that I've ever handled. Goku Black still wins that, but his accessories are nice. I love his lightsaber. I like his little cape. I do wish this was cloth though. I do wish that this was not rubber. I don't really like rubber capes. Not really a big fan of those. Final verdict's going to be a 5.5 out of 10. He could be better, but he could also be a lot worse, I think. His legs are pretty ugly, though, even, like, vanilla posed. And he looks awkward unless he's posed, like, and I feel like this is the best pose that I can get with this guy. It's just so frustrating. That's about it for this review, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Follow me on Facebook. Link will be in the description below. And catch me on Instagram at spectrum.reviews. And I will catch you guys in the next review tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.